Ivory Coast President Alassane Ouattara has announced he will seek a fourth term leading the West African nation as tensions rise over the exclusion of many heavyweight opposition candidates. Earlier, he had been officially nominated by his ruling RHDP party as its candidate, but had not yet said if he would contest the October 25th election. He says he chose to run for the best interest of the West African nation. Here is our cover report from Abidjan.
With the country's most high-profile opposition politicians ruled ineligible, Alassane Ouattara is a clear front-runner. The 83-year-old president, who has led the country since 2011, declared his plan in a televised announcement.
After careful consideration and in good conscience, I am announcing to you today that I have decided to be a candidate for the presidential election on October 25th, 2025.
Ouattara won a third term in 2020 after the constitution was changed to reset the presidential term limit. He had said he was not going to run again, but he changed his position following the death of his hand-picked successor, Prime Minister Amadou Gon Coulibaly.
Oui, je suis candidat parce que
Yes, I am running because our country's constitution allows me to serve another term and my health permits it. I am running because our country is facing unprecedented security, economic and monetary challenges that require experience to manage.
et monétaire sans précédent.
Critics of Ouattara accuse him of tightening his grip on power and strongly oppose his running again. The opposition has accused the authorities of targeting their opponents by legal means, but the government insists the judiciary acts independently. The two main opposition parties have launched a joint campaign to demand the reinstatement of their barred leaders ahead of the presidential election. This alliance brings together the African People's Party of Ivory Coast, PPACI, led by former President Laurent Gbagbo, and the Democratic Party of Ivory Coast, PDCI, the country's largest opposition force, headed by former international banker Tidjane Thiam. Ouattara's most prominent rival, Thiam, was barred from running by a court on the grounds that he was still a French citizen at the time he declared his candidacy, even though he later renounced his French nationality. Ivorian law bans dual nationals from running for president. Ivorians in the nation's financial capital of Abidjan shared their views on President Alassane Ouattara's announcement that he wants to run for a fourth term.
In any case, they're all old already. So if he wants to run for office too, he's human. As long as he can, he'll run. It's the people who vote. It's the people who will decide who will win. It's just that it happens on good terms, so that everyone is at peace and the country is peaceful. We do everything transparently.
In any case, if he is a candidate, I like it because, you see, he has developed our country. Everything is going well, peaceful. He has put forward his candidacy, so we will see. We don't want any arguments in our country. We want peace, solidarity. We are together, in fact.
Some previous elections in Ivory Coast have been fraught with tension and violence. When Ouattara announced his third-term bid, several people were killed in the ensuing violence. There have been protests against the court's decision to bar Thiam from contesting the election. Ouattara is the latest among a growing number of leaders in West Africa who remain in power after changing the constitutional term limit. coup leaders in the region have used alleged corruption within democratic governments and electoral changes as a pretext to seize power, leading to a split in the regional bloc, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. Africa Bureau, WION, World is One.